Hey guys, Brandon here, co-founder of Life's Secret Sauce, where we teach young, motivated professionals how to fast-track their career using the skills that we should have learned in school, like storytelling, how to read body language, and making a first impression, rather than things like building a bridge out of balsa wood. If you really want the stupid bridge to hold weight, then don't make it out of a material that will break in half if a breeze hits it too hard. Now, before all the engineers jump down my throat, I do appreciate what you do and all the physics and sciencey things that go into making bridges. I just think that being able to properly introduce yourself comes in handy a bit more than third grade arts and crafts. But I digress. Anyway, today I'm here to talk about how to build trust instantly with 5 different types of people. Now, I'm not stereotyping, but I guess today I'm going to a little bit. So what are these 5 types of people, you ask? What type are you? Well, let's find out. Type number 1, the dominants. These are those high-flying hotshots who are status and power conscious. These are the people who hate to waste time and want to get right to the point. While different dominant people will have different levels of intelligence, most, if not all of them, believe that they're very smart and they've got the right answers to most of the problems. Type number 2, analyticals, the thinkers. These are the folks who really like to know the facts and figures. They want evidence and the proof. They apply rigor and testing and analysis, and they really need to know the nuts and bolts of what's going on. Sometimes they may see the trees, but they'll miss the forest. Type number 3, the confused. These are the people who live in their own little dream world bubbles, and they've got no other reality than their own. They can get confused trying to play the games and keep up with everyone else, but they're inquisitive, fickle, and sometimes they're subject to wild mood swings. Type number 4, the social butterfly. This would be Sam's pigeonhole. These are the people. They go out of their way to say hello and they want to make friends with you. They can be the life of the party and keep everyone having fun, but sometimes they socialize too much and the bosses think that they may socialize too much and work too little. Sounds familiar. And finally, type 5, the creatives. Finally, we've got the oddballs who are always ready with new and fresh ideas that seemingly come out of nowhere for any given situation. Think outside the box? What box? They prefer dodecahedrons. They're easily bored and they are always looking for some thrills and excitement to keep them moving forward in whatever they're doing. So, now that we know the 5 different types, how do you build trust with them? You use the AIDA method. Now, we're not talking cruise ships, we're talking AIDA. Awareness, interest, desire, and action. So, be aware of what type you're dealing with, what interests them, what are their desires, and then how do you get them into action? So let's break it down by each type so you know what to do. With dominance, provide an executive summary right up front about what you can do for them. Be short and succinct and keep their attention. Dominant people are task-oriented and they tend to trust people who are perceived as competent and can get things done quickly. Analytical types. Prepare your facts and figures and the sources of your facts and figures. Be prepared to be scrutinized and questioned about every minute detail, because analytical people trust those who have done their homework and know what they're talking about ahead of time. Number 3, the confused. Now, contrary to the other types, you actually want to start with questions and gather their needs, because confused types might not know what their needs are. Instead, provide them with options and then gently nudge them to what you believe is the best option. Now, the confused folks tend to trust people who can help get them to the right point, but are not too pushy to get there right away. Socialites, number 4. Get to know their family, their friends, their hobbies, and their dog. Start talking about themselves, hit the small talk, get the chit chat. If you try to get down to brass tacks right away and push your agenda too soon, you're gonna push them away with it. So get to know them first. Social people trust people that they know well. And finally, type 5, the creatives. Ask them for their opinion. Be prepared for their input. Creatives will make an effort to be different and they will trust people who demonstrate willingness to help them be different. Never sell a standard or a generic greeting to someone who's a creative because they're gonna see right through all of your nonsense. Got it? Not so hard, right? But how do you know what type you're dealing with? Well, you've got to pay attention. Each one of these types has some pretty telltale signs that will clue you into who you're dealing with. So for our final section, what we're gonna do is tell you how to figure out what type of personality the person is within the first 30 seconds of meeting them. Ready? Here we go. Dominant. Look out for public displays of awards. pictures taken with famous people, expensive clothing, accessories, or cars. If you felt your bones crunch during that initial handshake, or any other mannerisms that might be a bit dominant or aggressive, ta-da, you've got it. Analytical. If you talk to someone and then they keep asking for details and more details when you've already given them all the details, they'll probably wear a bit more conservative clothing and drive conservative cars. Their hair is always going to look like they just stepped out of a hair salon, even if they're standing in the middle of a tornado. Confused. They might appear nervous, fidgeting, or they keep emphasizing, I don't know. They can't make up their minds on where to meet, or what to have to eat, or what to drink, or maybe they forgot that they were supposed to meet you. They might just be confused in general. Number 4, socialites. When they smile at you, you really feel that they're pleased to meet you. They've got photographs of their family, their friends, and dogs in their office and on their computers, and they walk by and talk to strangers as you see them pass down the hallway. And they just sort of seem to live in rainbow butterfly land where everything is great. And type number 5, creatives. They speak quickly, as if their words are trying to keep pace with the thoughts that are going on in their head. When you give them an idea, they're going to respond with 10 more ideas of their own. Either they're going to be dressed like a rock star, or they've got some piece of clothing that's as irrepressible as them, like a purple tie or a lime green hat or orange hair. But that's not to say that these are final for everyone. You know, there may be a creative that drives a Volvo, and you may have an analytical person with purple hair. It doesn't matter. Obviously, these aren't foolproof. Everyone is different, but it should get you on the right path so that you know that you're talking to people in their preferred language rather than going in blind, so you can create that trust and rapport. Now, if you want to know more about speed reading other personality profiles, becoming the personality chameleon, and guaranteeing that you're always the most interesting person in the room, then click on the link below to get life's secret sauce and more information sent to you. So please let us know your thoughts. Like, comment, share below. It's free for you. It takes like 3 seconds, and it literally means the world to us. And as always, if you liked the video and you learned something today, click subscribe right down there in the corner so you can always unlock your inner awesome and never miss a video. Until next time, ciao for now.